record to the computer. Good. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyushavahiti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In this series, we'll be seeing a new text called Aparokṣānubhūti. So, it is written by Adi Shankaracharya, very interesting text. Let me try to little bit talk about text, then I'll present the introduction part. Aparokṣasya anubhūti, called Aparokṣānubhūti. It's a very technical word, so if you understand, it is better. The reason is why the bondage that we have is because of the mind. The problem that we go through is because of the mind, and it has to be fixed through the mind. So the more mind is complicated, I need more technical terms. Only through the technical terms I can fix my mind. So coming to the point here, Aparokṣānubhūti. So that means Anubhūti is the first word. So what does the word Anubhūti mean? Sometimes we say anubhava, anubhuti, both are one and same. General translation Anubhūti means experience. So this is my anubhava, this is my anubhuti. Means I say this is my experience. So that you will understand where people go through wrong, okay? That's why I'm bringing this point. So if it is anubhuti means experience. Now it says Aparokṣasya anubhūti. That means if you take the literal translation, experience of what? Aparokṣa, of. So what is that Aparokṣa? Na Parokṣa, that which is not direct. So that which is not direct, that anubhuti, that experience. Do you understand anything? But doesn't matter, okay? But here we can look at very carefully that Aparokṣa is called Brahma. We'll see in details. That means Brahmanaha Anubhūti. The Anubhūti of Brahma. But I cannot translate here experience, okay? That is going to kill us, technically. So here, actually, general translation of Anubhūti or Anubhava is called experience. But the special translation is called knowledge. Why and how we'll be seeing in this text also. So that means the text talks about knowledge of Brahman. Now, what is the new thing? Here is a new knowledge, not new experience. When we say new knowledge, we'll be seeing in details. This text is written by Adi Shankaracharya. And when any Acharya writes a text, also we look at to cover a specific area. That's why it is called as Prakarana Grantha. And he wants to highlight that how the knowledge is not pratyaksha, not direct, nor even if paroksha, indirect, but it is aparoksha. Why and how? Let us look at this point. When we see any knowledge, how do we arrive or how do we get the knowledge? What we call as direct. Direct knowledge means in Sanskrit we say pratyaksha. Prati-aksha. Aksha means sense organs. So that which is experienced or available for sense organs directly. That is called direct knowledge. Then what is it? Paroksha. So paroksha also same thing. That which is not available. Param. So that which is not available for the sense organs, all five indriyas, Pañcajñānendriyas, five organs of perceptions, that is called indirect knowledge. Now, when we talk about very technical point, today class will be little boring, okay? But this is a basic fundamental point to remember. When we talk about this pratyaksha, about this direct knowledge, we look at, there are two types of pratyaksha, direct knowledge. One is called Indriya Pratyaksha. Indriya means sense organs, okay? That the sound you are able to hear is direct knowledge. That you are able to see me is direct knowledge. And there is something called Sakshi Pratyaksha. Hold this word, okay? So Sakshi Pratyaksha means that how one sees by or witnesses by one's oneself. So witnessing through the sense organs called Indriya Pratyaksha. Witnessing by the one who is witnessing or by me. That is called Sakshi Pratyaksha. Now, when we look at this text as Aparokṣānubhūti, so that means Anubhūti, we discussed, not experience here, as knowledge. Why we don't translate as experience? That's why Aparoksha, these are connected together. What? To experience something, the object of experience has to be different from you or not. Me to experience something, the object of experience has to be different or not. If the object of experience and experiencer one and same, can you experience? Is it possible? It's a minimum, mind, logic. Number one. Number two, in order to experience, there should be gap in time. Time gap has to be there. There should be limitation with reference to space. For example, the best example, you want to experience Surgalokam. Surga means heaven, okay? So in order to experience heaven, hey, you have to die, okay? You have to travel all the way. Then go there, experience, thank God you will not come back, okay? So that it is unverifiable belief. So also to experience anything, there has to be limitation with reference to space-wise, with reference to time-wise. Now, if you say, I need to, or this Anubhūti of Brahman, experiencing Brahman, will do what? Will release you from the samsara. Now, Brahman, is it away from you? Is it limited by time? We have discussed in details in Tattva Bodha, okay? Bhagavad Gita, many places, okay? So that means if it is restricted in time with reference to space, I don't want that Brahman to experience, because that becomes another type of experience, another type of sophisticated samsara bondage. So that's why here is being said, it cannot be called as experiencing Brahman. But instead of we say experiencing Brahman, we say knowledge of Brahman. So this word Aparokṣa is being used. How? Let us look at. We translate Aparokṣa means direct knowledge. How direct knowledge? You can see. Let us say I now talk about Ganga here. The river Ganga is flowing very nice, very beautifully. Some 10 days before it was very small. Now because of the some rain and sunlight, glacier is melting. It's really beautiful. When I start talking this, your sense organs, only ear is hearing, but your eyes are not able to see. Now, the knowledge that you get about Ganga, is it direct knowledge or indirect knowledge? It is indirect knowledge. So that means where the sense organs are not able to perceive, experience, or you can say witness the object, that time, that knowledge is called indirect knowledge. Now, after listening to, you come here and you see. Now, once you see, you explain. So, is it direct knowledge or indirect knowledge? It becomes direct knowledge. Now, I'll give you another example about heaven. Regarding heaven, whatever description we have, is it direct knowledge or indirect knowledge? It is indirect knowledge. Now, in order to make that direct, you have to go to heaven. Clear? Now, let us look at here. About Brahman, is it direct or indirect? Come on. If indirect one, direct two, okay? At least so that I can understand, okay? Come on. Is it direct or indirect? Show your hand. I want to see it today. One is indirect, okay? Do you all you agree? Now we have to stop the class, okay? But general tendency will say Brahman is indirect knowledge. I am studying book, do not theory. Some Swamiji's created a mess. So you have to practice so that your chakra will be aligned. You understand? So here, that is nothing called Brahman is not indirect because Brahman is Aparokṣa vastu. It is not Parokṣa vastu. The vastu means object. Who is Brahman? Okay, I'll tell you how. Generally, people think to have Parokṣa knowledge, indirect knowledge, there is a big gap, there is a big distance. Correct? Like Ganga from you, is it far away or not? Your neighbor, what is doing, also far away or not? Or heaven, is it far away or not? Clear? So generally, we look at Parokṣa-jñāna, that which is far away. Now, just I am trying to show you. Look, in my hand, that too inside my cloth, there is something. Is it far away? But still, it is unknown to you. Why? Because it is covered. Even the object can be next to you, or it can be you. If it is covered by ignorance, covered by something, still will it be unknown or not? So that means knowledge has nothing, knowledge has nothing to do with the object, whether it's far away or nearer to you. But it has got something to do with covering. Clear? So one coin was there, okay? Now, even though Brahman is me, like the coin, it was with me, here at with me, okay, not me, okay? But it was covered with my finger, not visible. Now, even though Brahman is me, don't ask me what is Brahman, okay? We have discussed. You are qualified students, I'm talking, okay? So even though Brahman is me, but because it is covered by ignorance, that's why it appears to be far away. So that means I cannot experience Brahman. I cannot experience self. But I have to have the knowledge of self, number one. Now, while discussing, says beautifully that any knowledge to take place, we need the help of commonly, technically we say pramana, but commonly our sense organs. That's why through the sense organs, 5 organs of perceptions, we get knowledge. Now, all these sense organs are related or capable giving the knowledge of object that is available with reference to a given time or in a given place. Means all sense organs can give me knowledge that which is limited. The limitlessness cannot be perceived cannot be known by the help of sense organs. The best example, all of us, we have illusion. What is the sky? What is the color of the sky? Come on. Hey, blue sky all the time you say. Is it so? What is the color of the ocean? Oh, blue. There's a navy blue. You understand? Is it so? Hey, it is an illusion. Because the eyes cannot perceive, cannot know the limitless, the vastness. Eyes are only meant to see the division. So also all other sense organs. Now here he says, Aparokṣānubhūti, not experience. Okay, so that you have to sit down and, like the cow, how it eats, then after eating takes time, starts chewing back. So that you listen to the class, this theory. Then after that, you have to close your eyes, ask the question, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, okay? Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Good. At least you are not saying Aham Papi, okay? That I am sinner, I am sinner. You are not saying that, okay? Definitely, it's better. But that is not the solution either. But New Age people have come up with this. Understand the concept? Because this text is very technical text. So that means I have to understand me, not in a pratyaksha way, not in direct way, through the sense organs, nor indirectly inferring, but I have to understand myself in a direct way because I am available for me all the time. I think with this is enough of introduction today, okay? Hope I have confused. So any of you have confused or not? If not confused, I don't have anything to say, okay? Now, this text called Aparokṣānubhūti, very technical text. So I don't know why I thought of picking up, but once I have picked up means I have to complete it, okay? This text contains 144 verses. This is not a big text at all. So we can really go ahead. So we'll start the verse number 1. Let us chant. Oh, I have not given the verse to you people. Okay, 1 minute. I'll give you the verse number 1 first. Sorry. So in the chat, it is there. You can download just verse number 1. I have put it. So with the translation, everything is available. So that becomes easier. I could have done this fast. So good. Once you have this, Sri Harim Paramanandam. Okay, I think somebody's audio is on. Okay, please. Upadeshtam Ishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokana karanam tam namamyaham. As you know, this particular verse is very important for all of us. In fact, keeping this verse today post to have success in life, prayatna, effort, and kalam, proper time you have to do. And finally, Daiva Anugraha is very important. The grace of Ishvara. Without these three, no one can achieve success. Why? Every jiva, every individual is always oscillating between prarabdha karma and agami karma. So what is prarabdha karma? Prarabdha karma means the karma that I did in my previous life, because of which I have got this body, I have got my parents, I have got my boyfriend, girlfriend, I have got my children, job, everything, animal, everything related to that. And I suffer, I go through all the difficulties, or I enjoy, whatever, all are related to prarabdha karma, my previous life actions that brings result. Another one is called agami karma. Agami karma means the karma, the action that I do with my free will. So an individual always starts, moving from prarabdha to agami, agami to prarabdha. That is the whole confusion. And interestingly, if the prarabdha is stronger, let us say the result of your prarabdha, don't make noise. So the result of prarabdha is very painful. I don't want to pleasurable, okay? Pleasurable nobody remembers. Very painful. Now, the agami means the karma that I do, that will become agami, that is called agami, is not that strong. Now tell me, prarabdha will take over or not? Whereas if the prarabdha is weaker, but my agami is stronger, what will happen? I will not feel any difference. I'll give you an example how it happens. Suppose there is a disease. In fact, disease comes under prarabdha, okay? So disease has nothing to do with your life, this karma, this life. It is all about your previous life karma, for your kind information. All disease. Somebody said, including you keep sneezing every day, that is also related to previous life. Really? However, you have disease. That is pain. Now you have a free will. So with the free will, you went to the doctor and doctor prescribed some medicine, including painkiller. Now when you take the painkiller, pain is there, but you are not experiencing. You are not affected by the pain. Can you see how the agami karma took over the prarabdha? So in day-to-day life, my will power, the karma that I do with the will, can take over, can influence my prarabdha. Means I will not be carried away by my prarabdha. That person blames others. That time you blame a person, situation, or time when you don't want to use your willpower. Can you see this point? If you know how to exercise your willpower, there is no need to blame a person, a situation, or a given time. So when any jiva starts moving like ping pong, like some of you, they say very nicely, especially men, they will say, one side wife hits, other side in office they hit, okay? And sometimes when I come to my mother also hits, okay? And imagine if a man having in the office boss is a lady, in house lady, and mother lady, and you have a daughter also girl, okay? The worst boss. What a situation, okay? It's a joke, okay? Don't take seriously. So coming back. When a jiva is moving between these two, now doesn't have much choice other than putting effort, because prarabdha is adrushtam, is unseen. What karma I did in my previous life or previous lives, I don't know. It is not known to me, that's why it is called prarabdha. So when it is unseen, now what is in my hand? What can I control? I only can control my agami karma. Is it clear? So when I can control, I can manage my agami karma. So we bring the prayer. So that's why we look at life is only full of prayers. So anything that we do, this is a traditional, cultural practice. I see in different cultures too, in different religions too, they do pray differently before starting anything. Because, as we started saying, success needs effort. Success also needs to be started on right time. Also, success needs the grace of Ishvara. So, what is the grace of Ishvara? Through agami called prayer, I work to nullify, to minimize my prarabdha. So the impact of prarabdha will not affect me. That is the job of prayer. So here Adi Shankaracharya, being an individual, starting a new job, called writing this book called Aparokṣānubhūti, he also does a prayer. So the verse number 1 is called prayer verse. In technical we say Mangalacharana. So this verse is a very important verse. What sort of prayer he does? So being Acharya, he will not do ordinary prayer, okay? This is called speciality. We will see tomorrow what sort of prayer he is going to do it. Please. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.